Hey Rumble World Entertainment, and the new virus in the world of gaming is of course a company known to the world as Sweet Baby Inc. Or as from Heel vs Babyface likes to refer to them as Sweet Baby Stink. Well, they're getting exposed for what they're doing to games, which we've all seen, the likes of the pronoun stuff being added in and people freaking out if you try and remove it and stuff. But they are now having a meltdown because there is now a list showing you what games they've worked on and are basically kind of advising you to boycott said games. Well, they're having a meltdown over this, but the funny thing about the meltdown is they exposed themselves, and their little meltdown backfired on them spectacularly. And we're going to have a look and everything, just so you see how hypocritical they are, how they get exposed, everything. And we'll also discuss how it backfired. So, Sweet Baby Inc. employee begs followers to report Steam Curator that tracks Sweet Baby Inc.'s involvement in video games. Yep, that's the headline. And all this that we're about to have a look at is coming from that Park Place. So Sweet Baby Inc. employee Chris Kindred begged her followers to mass report not only a Steam Curator, but the creator of said Curator, because it tracks video games that Sweet Baby Inc. is involved in. If you're unfamiliar with Sweet Baby Inc., the company's stated goal on their website is to tell better, more emphatic stories while diversifying and enriching the video game industry. We aim to make games more engaging, more fun, more meaningful, and more inclusive for everyone. The company also states, we believe you need diverse voices to solve diverse problems. Sweet Baby Inc. provides narrative consultation at any stage of development, boasting a talented team with vetted industry experience to best bring your stories to life. And it also states, new and marginalized talent can change this industry if given the proper support. We want to provide this through our outreach programs. Now, keep all of that in mind, because that is going to be important when we get to the head, the CEO of Sweet Baby Inc. and what they have been saying. So the Steam Curator, which currently has nearly 20,000 followers at the time of this writing, it's now, I believe, over 100,000 followers, thanks to Sweet Baby Inc. putting this crap out. It tracks the games that Sweet Baby Inc. is involved in and does not recommend them to followers. There are currently 18 games listed. In response to the Steam Curator, Chris Kindred, a narrative designer and writer at Sweet Baby Inc., called for her followers to mass report the Curator as well as the creator. And she wrote on X, the Steam Curator harassment group Sweet Baby Inc. detected is led by this person. Put out the handle's name. Here's them trying to be slick so they don't get reported. Even with the discriminatory language filed off, the group itself still fails the code of conduct. She then stated, anyway, report the F out of this group and report the creator since he loves his account so much. Along with Kindred's post, another Sweet Baby Inc. employee, Lego Butts, shared disdain for the Steam Curator, writing, for example, Steam doesn't have guidelines for curators. As far as I can tell, that would prevent someone from starting a curation group that focuses on, say, Sweet Baby Inc. and warns people to not buy games they're associated with, which could just list any game at all. The post came immediately after Lego Butts accused the individual of creating and participating in the Curator of being racist. Lego Butts wrote, "Sorry, no one thing has changed. The number of people who understand that spreading misinformation just lets them be racist in public with no consequences has increased dramatically. That has changed. Probably requires some fighting from those with authority. Probably." Now, once again, keep what he has just said in mind, because now we're going to look at what the Sweet Baby Inc. CEO basically is coming out and saying. But before we get to that idiot, we have to stick with our little Chris Kindred, who was trying to get this Curator on Steam shut down and his account removed, because Sweet Baby Inc. employee who tried to cancel gamer over boycott list gets their X account limited. Yet, so not just did they manage to get that Steam Curator got from 20,000 followers to over 100,000 followers, they now have managed to get their own X account limited. So Sweet Baby Inc. employee Chris Kindred, who attempted to get his Steam Curator list taken down, as well as gamer Cabaroots banned from the platform, got her account limited. Kindred attempted to get Cabaroots, or however you pronounce it, Cabaroots, and his Steam Curator list taken down in a series of posts on X, which we've gone over what they said. Kindred revealed on Blue Sky her X account was limited, writing, "They got my ass. I'm guessing a few hundred gamers reported me." Kindred then shared a screenshot that reads, "After careful review, we determined your account broke the X rules. Your account is temporarily in read-only mode, which means you can't post, repost, or like content. Most accounts regain full access in a week, but it could take longer." She also shared another screenshot that reads, "We have determined that you have violated the X rules, so we've temporarily limited some of your account features. While in this state, you can still browse X, but you're limited to only sending direct messages to your followers. No posts, reposts, follows, or likes. Your account will be restored to functionality in 6 days and 20 hours. So you're seeing how it backfired spectacularly on this moron, who then wrote as well, trolling their forums and chats and realizing they don't care about Sweet Baby Inc. at all. Sweet Baby is just the most visible and the most vulnerable. They think we're some super firm funded by BlackRock, receiving ESG funding and taking some entity to hold studios hostage. They don't know how many of us there are, so they make it up. They don't know what we do, so they make it up. They don't know the impact our work has on the studio that hire us, so they make it up. And when they have that many open spaces to play in, they can create their own boogeyman. They think we're actively making games worse when studios are the ones making the choices they balk at. The nature of our work is often at the end and is often just looking at things. So once again, this is where we go back. They don't know what we do, so they make it up. And we only come in at the end, and most of it is we just look at everything we do. So let's just go back to what their own website says. That is, to tell better, more emphatic stories while diversifying and enriching the video game industry. We aim to make games more engaging, more fun, more meaningful, and more inclusive for everyone. We believe you need diverse voices to solve diverse problems, Sweet Baby Inc. provides narrative consultation at any stage of development. Any stage of development. So where is this? We come in at the end and we just look at things. When your own website says you come in at any stage of development and use your company, your people to diversify the games. That's what their own website says. And they're trying to say, oh, we're not the ones doing it. No. The actual studios are the ones that are diversifying it. We just come in and look at the very end. Well, Sweet Baby Inc. CEO makes it clear she wants to erase white male lead characters, while employee shows disdain for white people. Yeah, so do you remember when they said they could make up racist comments and all that crap, and there's nothing that can be done with it? Remember that? The number of people who understand that spreading misinformation just lets them be racist in public with no consequences? Yeah, well, let's have a look at this, will we? Sweet Baby Inc. CEO Kim Belair made it abundantly clear the company wants to erase white male lead characters, while the company's employee Maya Kramer expressed her disdain for white people. Back in 2020, Belair spoke with Complications Ensue, where she was asked to explain the importance of what she's trying to do, and she answered, "We're hitting, 40 years of video games? And I think people are starting to ask, why are we making very similar products? Why are a lot of our stories not resonating with the younger audiences? Why is our audience not growing? I like to say that representation is innovation. I think when people are asking for diverse stories, we're not asking for the same story with, diverse characters. We have to look at story and narrative as one of the things that we can innovate on." She continued, "Like when you bring someone in from a different culture, from a different background, from a different gender, they're going to create something that we haven't seen before. The way that we look at demographics is that we go, okay, the majority of our player base is, let's say, a white male. So we're going to make stuff for white males. But if you make something for the perspective of an Asian trans woman and it's really strong, then it will work for people." Belair explained, "People crave new stories. If you want to innovate, even to stay current, it's not about graphics, it's not about hardware, it's about opening up new perspectives for people. So I explain it as, it's important to game development to diversify. It's not just part of advocacy and activism. It is going to make your games better." Everything she said there is some of the dumbest things I've ever heard. So we don't want the games to be better. We just need a different character that's not a white male. For instance, let's play a game where we play as an Asian trans woman. It's going to be the best game ever. Really? How does that work? Like she says, it's really strong, then it will work for people. Do you not think that the same as then if the character was a white character in the game? Simply make the story better and the game stronger, everyone will play it. Why did her first reaction go to, we need to make it of an Asian trans woman? That will make people want to play. And then to say it's not about graphics, it's not about the hardware. Basically you're saying it's not about the gameplay. It's about, can you see yourself in the game? This is the kind of absolute craziness we're getting from these weirdos. And then we get to this fantastic human being. Once again, remember what this other idiot said. Spreading misinformation just lets them be racist in public with no consequences. Well, here's one of their own employees. None other than Maria Kramer, whatever it is, made it clear for her disdain for white male characters in video games. In 2016, she wrote, "I'm a sucker for warrior wear, so I bought Peter Panic also. I don't know why games feature human characters are still so white and male." In 2024, she wrote, "Pay me to shoot down your white male lead game ideas." So she appears to take issue that game developers were white males. She wrote in January 2024, "Looking around the mixer last night put into perspective just how white and male our dev scene really is. It's really white and male." She posted on the same day, "Had a nightmare that I was a white male gamer." The disdain for white people was not just made apparent a decade ago, but is still happening. Back in February last month, she wrote, "I usually get grossed out when straight white rich people kiss, but even I think those two were pretty cute." Not sure who she's relating to in that one. This one, in 2012, she wrote, "Abort all the Jews." Yep, yeah, I'm not going to say it again. It'd probably get in trouble anyway for saying it the first time. So, which part of putting up a list of games and telling you, hey, these are the games that Sweet Baby Inc. worked on, you might want to avoid? What part of that is racist compared to what I've just read out from these people themselves at Sweet Baby Inc.? They are the virus that is consuming the gaming industry right now, and it's a virus that needs to be removed. Stop hiring them. Look at the crap they are bringing now to your companies, and every game you announce where Sweet Baby Inc.'s name gets listed to it, your game is going to suffer. That's just the way it is. But anyway, there you go. There's the issue with Sweet Baby Inc. currently, with them having their little freakouts, which has backfired because they are getting banned off, or I should say suspended on Twitter. They've managed to increase the number of people going to that Steam account. It's just beautiful to watch. Watch these people lose their mind, tell you how it's not important while it's meant to be really important, and contradicting themselves. We come in at the end of the games. Our own website says we come in at any stage of development. Idiots. But anyway, with that, I'll leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.